Hello and welcome to Coastal Living Down Under Australia. Today I am making Easter egg candles and I'm just going to show you how to make it from start to finish. So what we're doing here as the first step is we're using a spoon just to crack open the eggshell at the top and peel a small area at the top so that we can empty out the filling. Now the filling is a little bit tricky to get out, so you do need to make the hole big enough and sometimes you will need to pull it out like I'm doing right now. So basically we're going to pull all of the filling out of the 4 eggs. Now you can do as many eggs as you would like. Today I'm doing 4 eggs, and make sure that you get all of the yolk out as well. It will normally come out in a bit of a sack. So once you get all of the egg yolk out, then you'll need to rinse it in fresh water. So we rinse it out in fresh water. You'll find that it'll bubble up inside. Once you get all those bubbles out, then it's pretty much all done. So these 4 eggs I have rinsed already, and what we're going to do now is put them into the oven. Now you can put them in, if we're not putting them in at a high temperature, and we won't be putting them in for any more than 20 minutes. So we turn the oven on to whatever the lowest setting is. For mine it's 60 degrees Celsius. So today we're going to use a different type of wick for these eggs. So we're going to use one of these wooden round wicks, and we're going to wait for the inside here. Once we pour it, we're going to wait for it to set a little bit, and then we're just going to push these wicks through. You could thread through a cotton wick or something like that, but you would need to put a hole in the bottom here. And today I'm not going to risk that because I don't want to accidentally crack the shell. So what we've done is for 20 minutes we have put these in. Once we drained out the egg, we've put them in for 20 minutes on 60 degrees Celsius just to dry out the inside of the egg and also the lining of the eggshell, so that when we pour the wax in, we get that nice round shape. Okay, so we're just mixing our colours now. I've got some of the yellow, just going to give that a good stir around. Okay, so we've got yellow, do some blue. Now the blue's quite strong, so we only need 1 drop for that one. So mix some of the blue in. And purple. One drop for the purple as well, and then we might just do 1 plain white, like white chocolate. Okay, so we're just going to mix those around so that the colour is combined well. And then we're going to pour them straight into our eggs, which we prepared earlier. And to make things easier, as I mentioned, I'm going to be using the round wooden wicks, so I can just put them in once they begin to set. I don't need to put a hole in the bottom of the eggshell. Okay, so we'll swap these out. Move our eggs back in. I have already fragranced them, so we're just going to pour in the wax. Start with our purple. We're almost there. Now you might find that there is some shrinkage and you might need to add more wax. It's really hard to tell with this purple how full it is until it starts flowing out, I guess. How much have we got going in there, Elle? Do you think it's close to full?
It's close. It sets pretty quick.
Alright, so there's the purple. Do blue down here. Blue's a bit easier for me to tell. Oh! And yet I still spilt it. Ah well. At least we know it's full.
Yep, at least we know it's overflowed full.
We'll just move the wick out of the way.
We don't know. We don't have
Do the
enough
yellow.
colours.
We're going to do the other one white.
Oh, well, there's white.
White's still in the jug over here. Just plain.
White.
Like white chocolate. Favourite.
That I picked.
Yes, you did suggest that, didn't you? Because we don't have any brown colouring. So we'll just do white chocolate. It's Dad's favourite anyway, isn't it? Okay, now this one, let's hope we can get it in. Let me just add a bit more in that one. Fill that one up.
A little more.
The dogs are out there having a play. Oh, there we go.
And now the white chocolate. I think we might need a little more white chocolate in this one.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell how much white chocolate you have in there. Is that about enough egg yolk, I would say?
I'm not sure. I think we're going to need just a little bit more wax. All right, so we're just going to leave them to set for a little bit, and we'll keep our eye on them, because once they start to set, then we're going to remove the plastic sleeve of these and we're going to stick the wick in. It's starting to set now, so we're just going to test the wick to see whether it's ready to go into the egg. So I'm just dipping this one in just to see whether it's firm enough, but it doesn't seem to be ready yet, so we're just going to pull it back out, and we need to wait another five or so minutes until it's properly set. All right, so we're just going to add in the wick. As you can see, it's starting to set. So we do this slowly so that it doesn't overflow. Okay, so we'll try the blue one. So we just put them in slowly to try not to overflow the egg. Position it as best as you can in the center, like that. And do the same for the others. Sometimes it can be a little difficult to get these out of their plastic sleeve, so I usually just give them a bit of a flick on the bottom. This one does not want to come out. The alternative is to use your tweezers. There we go. So we might do the purple one next. So while they might not look like they've set on the top as well, you'll find that the bottom will set quicker. Right, so that's pushed down on the bottom. And this one, the yellow. And it's always good to have tweezers so you can make sure that you get them centered properly. Now the white is a little bit slower to set, purely because it was the last one we did, so we'll have to keep our eye on that because it keeps twisting. It's not quite ready to have one of these in there yet. All right, so the next step would be refill. So if you can see here, the yellow one, you've got a bit of wax missing. So, and down also down in the tube of this one, you'll need to also refill. So we'll do that next, and we'll just make sure that the egg is full again so you get a nice egg shape. This pesky one keeps tipping. There we go, that's better. I just wanted to show you what happens here where you need to top up. So there's a little bit of tunneling that's gone on here because as the wax cools, it shrinks. So this is why you need to top up. You've got the same happening over here. Okay, so we just need to top up those areas. So all I'm doing is just remelting the wax that has set around the container and then pouring it back in. Okay, until it fills up those holes. So there's that one, and then I'll do the blue one. So you can see the tunneling that's happening down there. So we're just pouring it in so that it's refilling. Now you may have to do this a few times depending on how yours turn out, but that's how you do it. I'm just going to show you how to take the egg shell off. Now I've had these overnight setting. I leave them overnight just so I can be sure that they are perfectly hard inside before I take the shell off. So what you'll need is a spoon to crack the side of the egg, or a fork, or whatever it is that you've got handy. And you're just going to gently try and get a crack in a bit of the shell and start peeling it off like this. All right, so make sure you've got something that can put the shell into, and you're just going to work your way around the shell and completely peel it. All right, so I'll leave you to that. I'm just going to skip forward until I have them all peeled off. And this is the final result that I got. Now, I did two different types. I left one still half in the shell for that natural look, and I did the same with the blue one here. Or I peeled the entire egg, and that's how it come out. Now, I just smoothed over those because this is a soft wax. There were a little bits where they'd come off because I'm using a cocoa soy blend. If you're using a different type of wax, then you might come up with a smoother finish. I just smoothed over them like this, just to get the rough edges out. And that's basically it. So it's a great little Easter thing. It's a great little way of spending some time with the kids, making some Easter egg candles. So I would recommend that you try it with the kids this Easter. They're a great little feature to put in the middle of the table when you're having guests over. And yeah, they have a great impact when they're burned. I'm going to light them up for you right now. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a success like we did with these Easter egg candles. Happy Easter, happy holidays. If the kids are home and it's school holidays, I hope you're having fun with them, and I hope they enjoy this activity that you can do with them. It's super easy. You can use the eggs that you've already got at home. And there we go. Thanks very much. Please share, like, and subscribe to my channel for great other videos on things to do with kids and great ways of making candles. Thanks a lot. Bye.